Now, Friday Night Blitz on KEZI 9 News.
Welcome to the Friday Night Blitz. Robbie, college football, as we know, is already here. Woke up yesterday knowing the NFL is back, and woke up today knowing high school football is back as well.
Julian, all is right in the world. Starting now through the rest of high school football season, we will be here until the very end of the high school football season with highlights and scores, covering everything in prep football scene. Let's get started.
All right, we start with Sheldon, the Irish, looking to bounce back from that loss in the state title game last year, taking on Graham Kapowson, a team they lost to last year. Gunnar Robinson for the Irish ties the game at 7 with a touchdown catch. Sheldon was down 21-14. They got the ball in the final minute. Chance to tie. Griffin Lyons' pass to the end zone is broken up, and the Irish fall in week 1, 21-14.
Roseburg hosted Mountain View. Jace Stoffel is going to take the snap from under the gun. He's going to dump off the screen to Dorian Gillespie, and he rumbles his way down for the first down. Move those chains. Cougars on the attack now, but hold the phones going the other way. Carson Six takes it all the way down the field for 6. Great defense by the Indians. Roseburg wins in a nail-biter 33-30. And we're just getting started here on Friday Night Blitz, but competition in 5A classification may be at the top of the line.
All-time high, you would say. Yeah, 2 teams in our area have been at the forefront of the battles, and KEZI 9 sports producer Ronald Clark joins us live in studio with more. Ronald.
The games between the Churchill Lancers and Thurston Colts over the years have connected the 2 teams for the near future. With games like last season's one-point thriller in the playoffs, every time they touch the field, it's become an instant classic.
Lots of butterflies, and you feel it in your bones.
What does it take for a matchup to be considered a rivalry?
When you're playing in a game with so much hype and so much adrenaline and so much emotion put into it, you know, from this season and last season, it makes you up your game.
They're not made overnight. It's built over a number of seasons and usually intensifies with the big win, like Thurston's victory in the quarterfinals last season.
Playing them 3 times last year, that was really difficult. You know, trying to beat a team 3 times, that's hard. And so, when you have kind of that tension and that, you know, kind of anger from last year built up, I'd say it's definitely a big rivalry and a big game.
That Churchill game after we won was right up there after winning the state championship game, and the feeling-wise, felt great.
It wasn't all Thurston last year. Churchill got the best of the Colts twice in those 3 games, and while the games are fun and competitive, both sides know they don't want to go home with the loss on their record.
You know, when you get an opponent like Churchill, who's, you know, you can always count on being talented, and, you know, we respect them, but at the same time, you know, we want to come out and, you know, really dominate.
Playing Thurston, they're a physical team, you know. First few plays, they come at you quick, and then after that, it just like slows down, and then it's just a regular game after that.
But rivalries aren't only measured by the physicality on the field, but also the respect for one another off the gridiron.
Anyone that's a competitor, you know, like you get to play the #1 team in the state at their place the year after they win the state title. Like, you know, anyone that has some competitive juices is going to get fired up for that game.
They're a tremendous program. You know, the things that they've done to play in that state championship game, and the quality of a team that they had last year and the quality of kids and coaches that they have this year, it's definitely a rivalry.
Churchill, Thurston, the Colts, the Lancers. There can only be one winner. Live in the studio, Ronald Clark, KEZI 9 Sports.
And thank you, Ronald. And as for that game, our game of the week, it was all Thurston from the jump. First quarter, the give to Calvin Royce. And he burst through the hole. Nothing but daylight for Mr. Royce. Thurston takes a 2-score lead. The Colts dominated, especially on the ground. And here's a name you'll probably hear a lot of this season, Wes Comer. Rumbling, stumbling, tumbling his way into the end zone. One of 3 touchdowns he had on the night, all Thurston in this one, 54-0. And some other 5A scores, Marshfield with a lopsided defeat against North Bend, 51-6. In South Eugene, they get a convincing victory over Wilson.
5A Special District 3 action at Lebanon as they host the Corvallis Spartans. First quarter, Carter Steves out to Ethan Hester. He makes a man miss. 1 more to beat. He gets the edge, and he's in for the score. Corvallis ties it up at 7. But the Warriors keep rolling. Cole Weber slings it out to Dane Sipos, and he gets the edge, takes a hit, and he's in for the touchdown. Lebanon would pull away. They win big, 62-28.
And swinging over to West Albany, Bulldogs playing host to the McKay Royal Scots. Third quarter is where we pick it up. Carson Van Dyke setting it up. The screen for Alonzo Fandrum, and he'll do the rest, weaving through the defense and into the end zone. West Albany up 33-0 at that point. And staying in the third, Bulldogs with a little trickery. Nearly loses the cameraman, but it's Brennan Leach out of the backfield in for the score. West Albany rolls over McKay 40-6.
Ashland taking on Willamette. Grizzlies on the attack. And hello, touchdown. What a catch and pitch by Atticus Hayes and Demario Watson. Will High with the ball now. Looking to score. Dane Woodcook rolls out to the right, turns the corner, rack up a score for the Wolverines. But Will High drops this one 21-56.
North Eugene hosting Springfield. Jason Proud fifth. He'll drop back, looks down the field as a quarterback does, then rolls out, cuts it up the field for a Highlander gain. Nice play right there by the young man. Couple plays later, Proud fit, looking for the slant, but it's tipped and picked off by Jordan Vega. Millers with the ball now, and they're going to capitalize off that. It's Braden Lowe with the QB draw, and he takes it in for 6. Springfield gets it done tonight, 27-7. Here's some more 5A scores. Crescent Valley rolls over North Salem, 33-7. And last time we checked, Dallas led South Albany 51-13 at halftime, waiting for the final of that one.
Junction City hosting Philomath. Riley Sangermano drops back, looking for the pass, but rolls to his left, sees some open field, and he's running that puppy in for the score. Tigers take the lead by a touchdown. Next possession here, Warriors with the ball. Michael Lundy drops back, chucks it up into the air, and give me that ball. Dylan Bennett makes an incredible diving catch, and they put him in position for this. Philomath, Isaiah Blackburn, the bowling ball he is, punches his way in for the score. And check out the Warriors pull out the win in Junction City, 15-13. It's more 4A scores. Elmira defeats Siuslaw in a close one. Cascade was too much to handle for Cottage Grove, 55-6 is the final of that one. And then Marist Catholic takes care of Sweet Home, 55-13.
A lot of competitive games so far, Robbie, but yet a lot of other teams, well, it looked like it was week one. It looked like it was their first game.
No, a lot of competitive games and teams looking for some wins in week one, especially in the 3A division. Let's get started with the highlights.
All right, Hidden Valley Mustangs taking on the Sutherland Bulldogs, and here's Jacob Merrifield with the carry. He cuts his way back inside, muscles his way in for the first down. Nice run. Goal play here for the Bulldogs. Toss out to Merrifield again, and he gets the touchdown. Great drive for Sutherland. Sutherland, though, drops this one 50-26. In 3A non-conference score, St. Anne Christian with an impressive 39-0 win over Dayton. And how about South Umpqua getting the 45-21 win over Eureka from California? More non-con 3A scores. Douglas falls to Lapine 42-22. Harrisburg comes up short against Taft 14-6.
West End Tiger Scots taking on the Central Lynn Cobras. First quarter, Tiger Scots with the ball. Here's the reverse, but it doesn't fool Lane Jespin. He sends that block, sheds it, and throws the man down for a tackle for loss. Great third down stop for the Cobras. A couple possessions later, Blaine Peel takes a snap under center, drops back, unloads a dime into the hands of Theo White. Great pickup there. Central Lynn loses this one, though, 30-7. Monroe hosting Sheridan. Cade Eggers rolls out. He sees some grass, and boom! Check out the massive hit from Brody Ballard. Get leveled. Dragons crowd loving that one. Couple minutes before halftime now, Brody Ballard gets pressured on the rollout, dumps it out, and it's going that way. Picked off by Josh Rogers, and he takes it all the way down to the 6-yard line. Very next play, Dieldon Polk gets the handoff and punches it in for 6. Monroe wins a big one, though. 44-16 is the final score there.
Impressive win for them. 2A non-conference scores. Cresswell gets by Lost River with a win there, 26-19. Bulldogs win that one by a touchdown, and Glidefoids a loss to Bandon, 33-18. Coquille defeats Oakland, 40-26, and Reedsport gets by Nia Kanai, 20-12. 1A non-league matchup. North Douglas starts the season off with a close loss to Days Creek, falling 32-22. Waldport pulls away from Myrtle Point, 40-8. And Lowell gets a big win over Silence Valley, 54-12. Mapleton also lit up the scoreboard, beating Riddle 52-12. Elkton edges out Mohawk 28-12, while the game in Crow was canceled due to a lack of players.
And last but not least, 1A Special District 4 six-man action. Triangle Lake gets the win over Mackenzie 27-18. No score here from, I'll say, last check.